Joe and I are brother-in-laws. We don't like each other, but we are brother-in-laws. I certainly appreciate what he did, but I mean, I've always loved him. We worked together back in the 80s, and here we are now in 2025, and we're closer than ever. I'm obviously overweight, I'm a diabetic, so I've had some health challenges in my life, but I've always felt good. When the doctor kept telling me, and he was certainly looking at the results from my blood work, he kept telling me you're going to need a kidney. I didn't think he knew what he was talking about because I felt terrific. So I mentioned to Joe I might need a transplant, and flippantly Joe looked at me and he said, well, you can have mine. And another couple of months later I said, no, this is really going to happen. I really am going to need a kidney.
When I told Chuck he could have my kidney, I was being flippant, thinking he wouldn't need one. But then when the call went out on the family Facebook page about 2 years ago now, that he was going to need a kidney, he was down to 15%. And I put my name in, and next thing you know, he said, we can use you. I said, what do you mean? I'm an old man, and how can I have a kidney that works for him? But turns out with science, I don't need 2 kidneys at my age. I only need 1, so it's worked out wonderful. I never met Chuck in the hospital till the morning we had the surgery. He would go to his coordinators and his appointments. I would go to mine, but they're like a team, and you're a new player on the team, and they're teaching you all the plays, how to get through the day, and that's what the coordinators were like. Every question I had, every fear, every anxiety, it worked out fine.
I have to say probably the most positive part of my journey was the amazing team at Henry Ford Hospital that I was associated with. I loved my team at Henry Ford. There's no other way to say it.
If you can walk 18 holes of golf, you can do this. This is not a hard procedure for the donor. I read and heard from many, many people that it was going to be so hard on me. Yeah, I was sore for a couple days. I did 25,000 steps a day in Disney, 28 days after surgery. I was fine.
Joe's kidney gave me a new lease on life. You can never say thank you enough. And he would say, if you thank me one more time, I might take my kidney back. But how do you say thank you for the gift of life? In addition to the transplant, I'm a full-time caregiver for my wife. She had a stroke 3.5 years ago. And I believe one of the reasons that Joe's kidney works in my body is because the Lord knows I had to be here for my wife and taking care of her. All the pieces fell into place, and that's God at work.
Nothing surpasses the feeling I had of the next day, realizing I was 1 kidney less, but my buddy Chuck had a great chance of having a productive life for 15, 20 more years. He's got a chance now to see his granddaughter walk down the aisle. It's the least I could do.